In this video, I explain 4x2 direction control valves. It's have the two type. One is the sliding type and second one is the rotary types. So first I explain the basic introductions, then we move towards the sliding and rotary type of 4x2 direction control valves. So 4x2 directional control valve is generally used to operate double acting cylinders and bidirectional motors. Why they are used for the double acting cylinder and bidirectional motors, that I explain later on. So 4x2 direction control valve means 4x2 DCV has a 4 ports, namely, so here you see this is the symbol of 4x2 DCV, means first digit 4 is indicate that is a 4 port, okay, and 2 means that is a 2 position is possible. For the 2 position we need to draw 2 square, and this is the symbol of spring, means it is a spring return type, and this is symbol of the push button. First name is the pump port or inlet port P. So here you see this P is mentioned, that means it is a P port. P means the pump port or a inlet port. Second is the cylinder port A, means from this A port the fluid is supplied to the cylinder, okay, and suppose it is the motor is used, then it is supplied to the motor, okay. So generally we supplied the fluid to the cylinder of the actuators, that's why we call it is a cylinder port A, and here it is the cylinder port B, means this A and B port are connected with the actuators, either it is cylinder types or either it is the motor types, okay. And T means tank port, means from the T port the fluid is again supplied to the tank or a reservoirs, okay. So why it is used for the double acting cylinders? Because it's have the 2 port, they are connected with the cylinder, means A port is connected with the cap and side, and the B port is connected with the rod end sides, okay. So it is also able to use this 4x2 DCV with the single acting cylinders. Suppose we need to use the 4x2 DCV in single acting cylinder, then we need to block any one of the ports, okay. So by blocking any one of the ports we are able to use in for the single acting cylinders. Now here we understand the 4x2 sliding spool valve. So here you see this is the diagrams of the 4x2 sliding spool valve. This figure shows a spring return type sliding spool valve. Spring return means due to the spring force they come into this original position. So here you see there is a spring is provided, and this complete portion is called as the sliding spool. This sliding spool is operated by these push buttons, okay, and here you see this is a 4 port, A port, P port, B port and T ports. Means the T port is connected with the tank or reservoir, B port is connected with the cylinders, P port is connected with this pump, and A port is connected with the cylinder. In a figure, it is a palm operated type valve, means it is a palm press button type switch is there, okay. So this symbol is indicate the palm operated. In spool position as shown in this figure A, means in this first figure here you see there's A is written, okay. There is a connections from P to A and B to T. So here you see that the P port is connected with this A port. So here you see this passage, means oil coming from the pump is supplied to the A port, okay, and B is connected with the T. So here you see this B port is connected with this T, okay. So working fluids flow to the cap end port of the cylinders and comes out from the rod end port, hence the double acting cylinder is extends, means fluid coming from the pump is enter in P port, and from the P port it is supplied to the A side, means in A port, from the A port it is supplied to the cap end side of the cylinders, okay. So piston is start to extend. At the same time the oil or a fluid presence on the rod side is supplied to this B port, and from the B port it is go to the T port, and from the T port it is supplied to the tank or a reservoirs. When the palm button is pressed, means when we press this button the spool position is changed, and it is shown in this figure P, okay. So here you see this push button is pressed, and when we press this push button the position of the spool is changed, okay. So when we press the button there is a port connection is changed, so there is a connection from P to B. So here you see this P port is connected with this B, okay, means oil coming from the pump is supplied to the B port, and from the B port it is supplied to the rod end side of the cylinders, and the same times the A port is connected with these T ports. means when we supply the oil to the B pot, okay, and the rod end, so from the B pots the oil is going to the rod end sides, okay. So cylinder is start to retract, and when the cylinder is start to retract, oil present on the cap end side is supplied to the A pot, and from this A pot the oil is passed from this passage and then supplied it to this T pot, and from the T pot oil is supplied it to the tank or a reservoirs. So working fluid flow to the rod end pot of the cylinders and comes out from the cap end pot, hence the double acting cylinder is retracts. Now before moving on these rotary types, I request to like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the OHP as well as other subject of the mechanical engineering. For the OHP, various link is provided in the descriptions as well as in a card. Card mean on the top right screen of your mobile or laptop you see these I symbols. For other subject, I request to visit the playlist. Now here I explain the 4x2 rotary spool valve. So here you see this the image of rotary spool valve. Okay, so here 4 pot is used. Okay, that is this is the A pot, T pot, B pot and the pump pot P. Okay, so here P and T is in opposite sides and A and B are in the opposite sides, and here the spool is there, and this outer part is the valve body. The figure show 4x2 rotary spool valve. It has the rotary spool inside the valve body. So inside the valve body you see this the rotary spool is there. Okay, why it's called rotary spool? Because they are rotated. The spool is rotated through 90 degree to operate the valve. Means for operating the valve means we need to change the position. At that time we need to rotate this spool to the 90 degree. Why we need to rotate 90 degree? Because we know that every pot is provided to the 90 degree. Okay, so when we need to change the position, so we need to rotate the spools by the 90 degree. In a spool position as shown in this figure A, so this is the figure A. Okay, there is a connections from P to A and B to T. So here you see, so oil coming from the pump is enter in a P pot, and from the P pot it is supplied to the A pot. So here the connection is P to A, and the second connection is B to T, means from the rod end side of the cylinder oil coming is enter in this B pot, and from the B pot it is supplied to the T pot tank, and from this tank pot it is supplied to the tank or a reservoirs. Hence the double acting cylinder is extends. When the spool is rotated through 90 degree as shown in this figure B, so when we rotate the spool 90 degree, the positions of the valve is changed or the position of the spool is changed. So there is a connections from P to B. So here you see this P pot is connected with this B pot. Okay, and A pot is connected with this T pot. So working fluid flow to the rod end pot of the cylinder, means this P pot is connected with the B pot and B pot is connected with the rod end side of the cylinder. So pressurized oil is supplied to the rod end side of the cylinders, and the piston is start to retract. So when the piston is retract, so oil present on the cap end sides is come in this A pot, and this oil is further supplied to the T pot, and from the T pot it is supplied to the tank or a reservoirs, and it is called as the double acting cylinder is retract. So thank you for watching this video. If you learned something, then like the video and subscribe my channels for watching the more video related to the OHP and various subject of mechanical engineering, and don't forget to share with your friends.